Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you guys are keeping well. This is the Note 20 Ultra. It's the Mystic White, which I personally think is a beautiful colour. So this, obviously being the Note, has the stylus, and yet it's white. You all know that. It's got a very good look to it. So this being the Note 20 Ultra, this is a powerhouse of a phone. And I'm just going to run through my first week experiences with this. I'll show you some camera samples, I'll talk about battery. I'm going to do a live demo of the Pro video mode, especially with the mics, showing you video quality using the omnidirectional inbuilt mics, then only using the rear mics, then using the Buds Live, which I have here. These are the Buds Live. I'll do a separate review on those, but I'll show you the audio quality from those. And attached to my little rig here is the Shure MV88 USB mic, which is USB-C and also has another cable where it has lightning at the end for your iPhones. So I will be doing a live test on that as well. I also have 3 cases. This is the official Samsung leather case, which has a nice soft filling, or lining I should say. This is their all singing, all dancing protective cover case with kickstands. It's 2 depending on the angle, and they've also brought out this sort of clear back, which does seem to get a bit hazy sometimes quite quickly, with a grippy edge. You can see that. So I'll very quickly show you what the cases look like, if you're wondering each case how they look with the phone in the cases. So if I put, so that's the leather, it's a green leather, and yeah, not much protection on the sides as you can see, but very smart nonetheless. It is a nice case if you're going out somewhere posh. Actually, this is the one I could get quickest initially, so I got it, but I didn't think I'd like it that much. I actually like it a lot because you can see the nice colour of the foam. You've got more raised lips back and front here, and it has this great grip on the side, and all the buttons work. Obviously wireless charging works in all these really well, and the Samsung logo is there, but it does get sometimes look a bit fingerprinty and dusty, and I have to polish the dust off inside and out, but that's the, and it will discolour eventually. That Perspex will discolour. Then you have the last case, which is also one of my favourite. I actually think this time around I'm not so keen on the leather as much, but this is the protective one. That looks really nice with the silver lens configuration there, and they have it in all of them. This is the deepest one because you push in to pull the stylus out. They're very easy to come out, but you can see you've got more protection. Get the focus, camera focusing, more protection there on the sides, back, and there's a bit more of a lip. So I think I'll jump into battery, because I think being the Exynos version, battery life on these Exynos has never been that good. It's alright, actually. The one big problem I thought I'd have will be battery. Getting complete day's use, so that's off the charge around 7, and you know, 10, 11, something like that at night, I've still got battery left. So 14%, 20% some nights, 5% on a very heavy day, but I'm getting 5 to 6 hours screen on time. I did notice if you're just completely on cellular, so you're completely off Wi-Fi and you're out taking photos, that 5 hours can easily become 4 hours screen on time. But that's where you're obviously taking more and more video, more photos, and doing anything multimedia does drain the battery faster. Heat, I know people saying, oh, the Exynos gets hot. The only time I've ever experienced this being warm, not hot, warm, is when it was first being set up. When I first set it all up, and I put the 256 gig micro SD card in here with a 90 gig of music, and it had about 30-40 gig of photos. So it was indexing everything, installing all the apps, everything. So that's the only time it got the warmest I've ever seen it. Since then, that hasn't occurred. The cameras are excellent, dynamic range is excellent. Let's have a look at some quick photos. So now you've seen the photos. Obviously the cameras are just superb, really, really good. The focus is a lot better as well. But I want to show you specifically the Pro mode. And in the video Pro mode, you can change the mic input. So you can not only select whether you want the mics from the front or the back or all the mics built in. You can, if you have a Bluetooth mic, you change it and tap Bluetooth. And if you have plug in a USB mic, it says USB, and then you can alter the gain as well. So I'm going to show you 4 video clips using the inbuilt mic, so you get an idea of the rear camera video quality. We're going to use it omnidirectional, rear mics only, the Buds Live doing the Bluetooth mic, and then the Shure MV88 Plus for the USB. And let me know what you think, what sounds better. I think you might be surprised by results. So hi, this is now using the inbuilt mics, using the omnidirectional sound field in Pro mode. There are no extra mics. This is just the live sound that the phone can record using its inbuilt mics. So what I'm now going to do is change omnidirectional to rear, so all the mics are facing me here this way, and then I'm going to use then I've got a Shure MV88 Plus, which is a USB mic. You can also get this cable terminated at Lightning as well, so it works on iPhones. But let's just see how this works. And then these are the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live, and we're going to do a Bluetooth using those as well. So back again, this time I've changed in Pro mode. I'm using the rear cameras, but I've selected in the mic settings that I want just the rear mics. So it traps just the sound coming this way. It shouldn't make too much difference because I'm in a quiet room. But now we're going to switch to Bluetooth and see what they sound. And after Bluetooth, using the Buds Live, I'm going to switch to the Shure MV88 USB. So now I'm testing the Shure MV88 mic. This will have a completely different sound to it. The buds are back in their case. There is actually a firmware update that just appeared for these Buds Live, another one, so I need to update those. Anyway, what does this sound like with the Shure mic? This is USB, and what does the actual overall quality look like? Anyway, let's carry on with Right, this time we're with Bluetooth, and I'm hand holding the phone on a selfie stick, but I wanted to redo the Bluetooth mic test and actually have AirPods in first. Then I'm going to switch to the Buds Live. And the reason I'm redoing it is the Buds Live just had a firmware update. I'm using the Buds Live with the updated firmware just to see how they sound, obviously versus AirPods. You can see I've got the Buds Live in. I think they're far more discreet. Seen the camera. I think the camera's got a lot of versatility. The zoom is excellent. Everything works really well on this phone. It's just a very good all-rounder. But it's also like a computer because you've got DeX. So you can connect it up to your TV, up to a monitor, and it's wireless. And I've tried it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then you can connect a Bluetooth keyboard and so on. Important about that is my computer is on its last. My laptop is nearly totally ruined. It's several years old. It's bent, all sorts of things. Complete disaster. Very thin, not very strong. And at some point it's going to give up the ghost. I'm not going to replace it. I'm literally just going to get a display for my desktop, get a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, and just use this as my main machine as well. I have got an iPad Pro which I'll use, so I've got the best of everything. It's just this is so powerful, it does the job very well. In terms of charging speeds, it does reverse wireless charging at 9 watt. It has a fast wireless charger at 15 watts and a wired super fast charging at 25 watts. Having had the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro that can do wired charging at 50 watts, and with its special charger it can do fast cheap wireless charging at 30 watts. This seems really slow in comparison. But I do like in the settings that you can turn off super fast charging, you can turn off fast charging, so to maximise, if you're going to keep this for many years, the longevity of your battery life, you can just slow charge it at 5 watts, and that is really good. Also, Samsung is very heavy in bed with Microsoft, so you've got all the Microsoft apps on there, but also with their gaming. So this is their special controller, and I've had some fun just playing some games on this. This is the Xbox controller, but this is the one that's approved by Samsung, or it's got some Samsung bit on it, but in essence it's an Xbox controller. So with the Xbox Cloud X Gaming, there's a 3-month pass that I'll have access to officially from the 15th of September, and I'll be able to have 3 months free use with this controller, playing proper games on this phone. That is going to be brilliant. If you have an iPhone, Apple doesn't allow Stadia, it doesn't allow xCloud gaming. It's in a spat with Epic Games over Fortnite. So if you really, I think, want serious gaming, I think Android's looking quite strong as a really good option to go for. And I like what Samsung have done here. Other aspects of the phone, the screen is fantastic. It really is fantastic. The unlocking it, I'll just so if I just do that, and if I just hold it in front of my face, it's unlocked instantly. The fingerprint sensor, I don't know if I can pick this up on screen, but I've used the fingerprint sensor. It works really well, and you don't, if you know where it is, once your muscle memory comes into place, you don't even need to see the light. You just put your finger on there, and it seems to be a lot better than previous phones, really well. The lower latency, such a low latency using the S Pen, and handwriting recognition is just brilliant. I don't write very well. Handwriting recognition is excellent. And all the extra features that you have using the S Pen that you've probably seen all over the place just mean that you may not use it every day, but if you need to sign up a PDF document, if you need to extract text off a page, the S Pen is able to extract text when sometimes it's impossible to just manually put your finger over, highlight a bit of text on a page because it doesn't allow it, but with the S Pen you can do it. There are so many things this can do that makes life that little bit easier. And it doesn't matter if you only use it once a week, but in fact it's there. It's the fact that you've got shortcut apps, you've got all sorts of different options, split screen, Features that you see in other Android devices, but can't explain how well polished this phone is. It's a really, really amazing experience. One UI version 2.5 is excellent, but overall I think you get a very good Android experience on this. I think so far it's surpassed my expectations. There aren't many bugs, so as a first out of the box experience, the bug fixes that need to happen in this are minimal. But what they have done, they've compartmentalized a lot of the features into apps. So I've seen things like the USB-C, an actual update for the USB-C as an app from the Galaxy Store. So again, that was just a bug I noticed with something to do with using the USB-C port. It's been fixed. Very clever, so they're not always dependent on the firmware side. But again, this is just my first early look. I should do more about this. If you have any more questions, please ask below. This is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Catch you guys soon. And one last thing, I'm going to edit this entire video on this phone. See what you think of the result.